Hi, I'm Greg Hill with wearechange.victoria.org and Freedom Free for All TV. Have you ever wondered why Canada is in debt? Have you ever wondered why the government forces Canadians to pay so many taxes? Have you ever wondered why the bankers from the largest private banks are becoming wealthier and the rest of us are not? Have you ever wondered why the gross national debt is over $800 billion? Or why we are spending $160 million a day on interest to pay the national debt? That is $60 billion a year. Have you ever wondered who receives this $60 billion? What many people have discovered is the banks and government have colluded to financially enslave the people of Canada. A 12-year-old Canadian girl named Victoria Grant asked these very questions and found out why. How come, with all the media hype and attention surrounding the Occupy Wall Street protests, were these questions never asked or discussed in the mainstream media? In today's episode of Freedom Free for All, you will hear from a few speakers from last year's Freedom and Solutions rally held at the BC Legislature on October 15th, 2011. You will hear a few of the common concerns raised by the growing number of individuals who demand change, not from their leaders, but from society like you.
Victoria. I was born in Victoria, went to school, raised. I am a concerned citizen.
There are so many issues that we face in this country.
We got a lot of problems. We got a lot of problems and we need solutions.
What is going on and what does it all mean?
What's happening with our government?
School and hospital cutbacks.
Disappearing middle class.
Tidal waves of home foreclosures. Financial chaos.
Debt problems.
Smart meters, aspartame, fluoride, banking fraud, which was
Fractional reserve banking system.
A lot of people are not making enough money.
We have dams on almost every river.
suppressed technology, hidden alternative energy.
Industrial agriculture is going to fail us.
Fractional reserve banking.
Chemtrails.
Stratospheric aerosol geoengineering.
The aerosol spraying program.
See the children walking down the street breathing this poison aluminum dioxide.
We're breathing in poison right now.
By deploying aerosols from jet aircraft.
KC-135 and 110 military aircraft.
Do the research. It is a chemtrail.
Chemtrail.
We live in a disposable society.
We don't own people, we rent people.
And now we're coming to a place where people are disposable. And that's just f***ing wrong.
Human beings are not property.
Greedy oil companies.
Our kids are being poisoned.
Suppressed health cures.
Our women are being poisoned.
Chemical food additives.
Where the f*** are the men in this country?
GMO foods, forced vaccination, insane pharmaceutical corporations.
Over 600 military bases around the world.
A lot of people are not getting enough to eat.
7 wars going on right now.
Wars that we shouldn't be in.
There's another war we never had a vote on, never had a voice in.
Afghanistan, Pakistan.
The unethical pursuit of profit and greed is ruining our planet.
Our landfills are just getting inundated with crap.
Even if it's not okay to own somebody, it's okay to rent somebody.
And we are oppressed. Every single one of us here today.
Iraq, Libya are not getting basic needs.
Billion-dollar bailouts and politicians.
The largest religion in the world is not Christianity or Islam. It is the worship of money.
Yemen, Bahrain, Somalia.
Does anyone know about that?
It's backwards, it's upside down, it's inside out.
We want equality and a healthy environment, not fighter jets and more prisons.
Our country was prospering. In one afternoon, they started borrowing money from a private bank, killed our economy.
These bankers have seized the power to issue national currency across the globe.
The last 4 years, we paid them $143 billion.
They're spending $160 million every day on interest.
You know, we're completely wasting an opportunity by throwing good money after bad.
It's killed our economy. Killed us.
What's going on here? Like, where was everybody on this?
Because people don't know what's going on.
Barely anyone seems to realize what's going on.
You can't have slavery anymore. Why do none of our elected politicians talk of a plan of having no national debt? You can't have slavery anymore.
So we're being fooled again. We're being hacked.
We're leaving them nothing but debt because these guys are all in bed together with criminals.
And this is the government that's supposed to serve and protect? Everything about them is corrupt.
It is impossible to have continual profits and economic growth on a finite planet with limited resources. How do we plan on feeding our children's and our grandchildren's future?
Do we see a problem here? Is there a problem?
They'll extract fossil fuels with no regard for climate change and the rivers and forests and people who are being poisoned.
These people think absolutely nothing about you.
People in Fort Chipewyan are being poisoned so Alberta tar sands can continue as business as usual.
None of this land belongs to anybody. We belong to it. Truth isn't determined by votes, and democracy's sort of been a scam since day one.
It is because they are representatives. It just seems like they may not be representing us.
These men are not working for us. They work for their special interest groups at our cost.
Yeah, there's a problem. The problem is we're not getting the proper information to make intelligent decisions to try to improve our society.
Look at my furrows of worry and my big bank account and my family. This has just got to be real.
We've had enough.
We need a plan B now.
Jobs are not more important than doing what's right.
Our past has been filled with corruption and violence. Is that the Canada we teach our children about?
We need more people to stand up.
This isn't enough. This isn't enough people.
Why aren't we back to Douglas Street?
We need everybody here.
This crowd should be all the way up to the damn Centennial Square.
But we need to start talking about it more to our families and everything.
And I'd like to talk to the police here and the military. What the hell are you doing, guys? Who pays your wages? Grows your food? Looks after you when you're ill? Teaches your children? Gonna look after you in your old age? We do, the people. We're the ones you're supposed to be supporting. We're the people that bloody love you, not this bullshit behind us. They didn't give a damn about you. We outnumber them nearly 100,000 to 1 in Canada alone. I call the police and military to join the people. And we'll throw these bloody bastards out.
And that's how you end it.
Everybody should be out here.
Stand up for your women and children, for Christ's sake.
Any social movement, whether it be to abolish slavery, gay marriage, women's rights, has started from the ground up by people like you.
It's good that everybody's here. Everybody's starting to wake up.
It's not every day we get together to be able to do this. We have an opportunity here as we've come together to look for solutions.
So how do we fix it?
It's not that difficult.
We can change it.
There's a lot you can do.
There are solutions that are peaceful, completely voluntary.
What are we going to tell them when they say that we want more because we don't have enough?
We can say no.
What the hell? No!
Fucking rights. Everybody should stand up for themselves.
Stand up for your rights and be heard.
Lose your fears and stand up.
Get involved. Stand up.
Get involved and educate others.
Wake up your family members.
Putting our differences aside. Talking about it more to our families and everything.
We always have a choice.
Because we've evolved. as human beings, we all know that human beings are not property.
The quality of human life is not dependent on the size of your wallet.
We can evolve, people. Let's get on with it.
We've just got to do this. We've got to do it every day.
We will just have to work on a daily basis to make this happen.
It means questioning things.
Do the research.
Do the research. You know,
You've got to go around the mainstream media.
We need to reevaluate our values. We need to stop corporate influence and lobbyists on our government.
I'm not talking about rights. I'm talking about balance. I'm talking about restoring that balance in how we live.
We can have a better society, we can have a humane society, we can have a future, we can live in peace. We all need to lead by example.
And as humanity finding a better way to live and a better way to relate with each other.
like the loving vibration will prevail.
Anyway, my solution is that the government creates its own money. That the banks are no longer allowed to create money through the fractional reserve system. And 3, that we spend that government-created money into circulation on necessary infrastructure, healthcare, education, roads, whatever.
If you want to start right away, take all your money out of all the 5 big banks, go to your local credit unions. They're owned by the people, by you.
You are the money power.
Invest in your future, invest in yourself, please.
We are the 99%.
Our land, this is our province, this is our country, and these are all of our people together. We can change the system.
We're in this together, we're all in this together.
This is the beginning of something big in this world. We've got to keep the positive energy going and
show our youth the path to a sustainable future. Be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you very much.
thank you so much.
God bless you. It's good to see everybody here.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
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 The final word, to paraphrase Margaret Mead, is that it's silly to think that a small group of dedicated people can't change the world, because in fact, that's the only thing that ever has. Thank you.
I think we agree that the real problems we face were not created by ordinary people. Usually it was by bankers, businessmen, and bureaucrats. Those 3 work together. I call them Big Brother. They, in effect, want to take away all our freedom. And I'm all about freedom. My personal freedom, your personal freedom, and the freedom to live and earn and keep what we earn and have a job to work in. Big Brother, on the other hand, wants control. Bankers want control through debt. Debt created with artificial money that never existed. Comes out of the fountain pen they write with. So we have a common interest in freedom. Government has a common interest in control, and not everybody understands it. I commend them for the terrific courage they have to come out and try and explain it. And I commend you especially for coming out to try and listen, to see what's going on. That's why I'm here. I've already learned a lot, because freedom of speech between people is the only way that we'll ever really learn what's going on, rather than the media telling us from above what they think we ought to know. Now, there's a million things that we could disagree on, you and me. We all disagree, but we should agree that the people should have the right to vote on issues that affect their lives, like war. Like war. Did you have any choice, or did you think that it was a good idea to send our troops to Afghanistan? I didn't. How much does it cost? How much will it cost? Well, of course, to bomb people from 10,000 or 20,000 or 40,000 feet really doesn't cost very much in terms of lives, but it costs a whole lot of those people's lives on the ground. How many people have already been killed in Afghanistan? Innocent civilians. Yeah, too many indeed. And all the activities that take place from a high altitude, they don't see the carnage they wreak on the people on the ground. So what good was the election? One of the major issues that we're involved in today, and the huge cost that we're all going to pay through HST and through income tax and every other kind of tax, is the war in Afghanistan. But none of us really had a vote in it. None of us had a voice in it. Is it right? I don't think it is. Do you? No! Well, why don't we have a voice? Well, the chances of having a voice here today are better than your chances during an election. We don't have a voice except right here, right now, today. And the wonderful thing is there's all kinds of really dedicated people who come out to speak and to listen and to give new ideas and vitality to the whole idea of democracy. Today, some people will come forward to give constructive solutions, and I think the first and best one is referendum, initiative, and recall that Parliament, the legislatures, have the means to create, and you and I will have to force them so that it doesn't take 6 months, 18 months, or 2 years to get a ballot. It should be possible very easily to get a vote, because electronically it's not difficult to have a vote. They do it with American Idol, they do it with Let's Dance Canada or whatever. Why can't we have a vote on issues that affect us on a daily basis, using television debates, using telephones, using computers, and they have all the means at their disposal to count those ballots whenever they want. And people would have real power. It would mean that we would have the method to correct injustices directly, quickly, and for ourselves. Then we can control the banking system. We can decide how money is created. We can decide whether we go to war. We can decide whether or not we have smart meters. We can decide all these issues, and we don't have to do it in a destructive way. We don't have to do it with violence or anger or hate. We can do it with rational debate, with the love of our fellow human beings, and with a genuine goodwill to all those who take part in the debate. Because I'm standing right here right now and I'm talking to you directly. And I'm not afraid or ashamed of what I have to say. Before my father, who was, as I say, a veteran of the Second World War, tells me that he fought for freedom. Well, freedom's meaningless if you don't have a real choice and if you don't make a real difference. The ultimate loser, if we don't take control of our destiny, will be ordinary people, men, women, and children like us. We're starting to make a difference here today, and I thank God that you're here, and I pray that we will together build ourselves a better world where our voices will make the difference, and we can vote and determine democratically what really matters. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks, John, for letting me speak. Thank you. Thank you.
We are not only rallying for the people standing next to us today, but for the misinformed people at home sitting in front of their newspapers and their television sets, being told what to believe and believing it. Many will ask who we are and why we are here today. We are the activists and the organizers from many existing movements. And today we are letting our differences take a back seat. And we are learning to become and to speak as one, because we are one. So who are we? We are those opposing the smart meters and other electromagnetic radiation. We are those exposing what is being dumped on us through chemtrails in the sky. We are those trying to hold the church and state responsible for the attempted genocide of Canada's First Nations through the residential school system. We are those growing and selling organic foods. We are those warning against the poisons that are being dispensed as medicine by the multinational pharmacological giants. We are those fighting for the monetary reform by returning the use of the Bank of Canada to the interests of all Canadians and our sovereignty. We are those sick and tired of our federal and provincial leaders working to maximize corporate profits by giving away the control of our natural resources at the expense of our health and welfare. We are those exposing the monster lie of the 9/11 terror attacks. Our sons and daughters are killing and being killed in this latest war of occupation based on the 9/11 lie. What are some possible solutions? Turn your televisions off and support independent media outlets. Cut up your credit cards. Vote with your dollars. Become the media. Grow a garden. Teach yourself and then teach your loved ones. We must become the change that we wish to see, as this is a peaceful and personal battle to win back our own hearts and minds, our own self-determination. I strongly suggest that we turn our televisions off, for we are being lied to and conditioned to accept their madness as our inevitable future. But we are becoming united and working to return the future of the human race to its rightful owners, and that's you. If the choice is between love and fear, I suggest we choose love. For we shall no longer be afraid of our governments. It is our governments that will soon be afraid of us. We are here today to say enough is enough. We want our future back, and we will be in charge of it. Lose your fears and stand up. Lose your fears and stand up. Lose your fears and stand up. Thank you very much. A new beginning is on the way, my friends. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Christopher Porter. He is the leader of the federal party, the Canadian Action Party, the party that actually has a lot of viable solutions to the problems that are facing us today. Christopher Porter.
Thanks, everyone. I get asked a lot what this whole Occupy movement is, and the media says it seems to be about nothing. And I said, I think you're missing the point. It's about everything. It's about our voice being heard. Let it be known that this is the Seinfeld revolution, because that show was about nothing and that lasted 9 years, and the reruns are going to continue forever, and let's hope that what happens today here continues forever as well. I'd like everyone to raise their signs here, because you guys are holding the message that this is all about. Media, take pictures of this. This is what it's all about here. Let's go. 9/11 truth. Feed the wars. Kids, we are the 99%. The beginning is there. Unity. I saw something about shopping. I love it. Great sign. Media lies. Well, let's see if they take that photo. But you know what? We need to acknowledge that there are politicians that do stand up for us. Just because we're politicians doesn't mean we're liars. But our system has generated that perception, so that's fighting in here. You know why I'm fighting here? I'm fighting here for my children. And I see a lot of people have brought their children today here, and I think it's so important. Sure. I'm going to end with my son here saying a few words here, because I think that's why I'm here. That's why many of you are here. Thank you so much for listening to us. And Noah?
Hello, my name is Noah, and to some people it may not concern you, but us youth have to stay here in this world for another 60 years. And we need you guys to leave us something behind other than that. Occupy Victoria so we can occupy the future. Thank you.
What you just watched was a few of the last year's speakers at the BC Legislature on October 15th, 2011. While the Occupy Victoria group, also known as the People's Assembly of Victoria, were gathering at Centennial Square and Victoria City Hall, We Are Change Victoria hosted a separate event for those in the community who want to talk about the deeper implications and impacts on the global management matrix, also known as the manipulation of modern banking. This year, on Saturday, October 20th, again at the BC Legislature, will be the second annual Freedom and Solutions Rally presented by We Are Change Victoria and other social leaders and activists from across the country. Do you really want an explanation? Do you want to know why? Do you really want to understand how Canada has become what it is today? Do you really want to see the truth behind the curtain? Do you really want to see why society has become what it is today? Because you might not. You might want to stay in your state of fear and confusion. You might want to continue to listen to the mainstream media. You might want to continue listening to the politicians who love you so much, who love you because they get to exploit you. Because to them, you are the tax cow of their respective little empires. Do you really want the truth? Because not everybody does. To those who do, there is a venue for you to be heard, to be recognized, and to be part of the solution. It's at the BC Legislature on Saturday, October 20th from noon until 3 p.m. You can find more information on this important Freedom and Solutions rally at wearechangevictoria.org or on Facebook. Bring your voice, bring your freedom of expression, and bring a friend. I'm Greg Hill with We Are Change Victoria and Freedom Free for All TV. We'll see you there.